Just a couple of weeks ago, the world was amazed to see the first picture of a black hole, which looks remarkably like a glazed donut. And the fact is, it's not a picture of a black hole, because you can't see the black hole. The whole point is, it's this incredibly dense, infinitely dense matter that just sucks everything in and nothing can escape. It's just part of our material world, and yet everybody says it's this mysterious, strange, marvelous, wonderful thing. Einstein's theory of relativity kind of opened up the door. One of the conclusions of his theory was that these things would exist, but apparently Einstein didn't like thinking that they existed. He thought they were, well, I don't know what he thought, but he didn't really like that consequence of his theory. But now we've got this evidence that these things really exist in the material world that we live in. We call them mysterious. We can't see them, but we can see the effects around them. All of that gas that's being sucked into this black hole speeds up and emits light, and that's what we see, kind of the halo around the event horizon that nothing escapes from. And that's just something in our material world, the world that we inhabit day to day. If that's mysterious and strange, well, the mystery of Christ's resurrection is infinitely more mysterious. And it surpasses all of the created world. And no one was there to witness the moment of the resurrection. That's no more strange than to say, I can't see a black hole. And you know what? The power of death is even greater than the infinite mass, the infinite density of a black hole, and no one escapes it. But Jesus did. Jesus has escaped the power of death. He's broken it once and for all. And it is a mystery. It's a mystery that is beyond our mind's ability to imagine. We didn't suppose that this could happen, and we can't understand it. St. Paul says, eye has not seen and ear has not heard what God has prepared for us. Not because it's some dark thing that sucks us in, but because it's so full of light that it's beyond our capacity to comprehend. And these women, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, they went and saw an empty tomb, and they ran forth from there overjoyed. And it was running forth from that empty tomb that they encountered the risen Lord Jesus, living and glorious. You know, a black hole emits light because of everything speeding into it. But the glory of the resurrection emits light because Christ sends us forth into the world. These women ran from the empty tomb filled with joy. And still today the church continues to run from that place of the ultimate triumph of the enemy, where the even greater triumph of Christ the victor is manifested. And we run forth from that place, bringing that word that Christ is alive to every corner of the world. No one can see a black hole. We can see the halo around it of everything getting sucked in and becoming brilliant. No one witnessed the moment of the resurrection, and yet we remain the living signs, sent forth by the glory and the power of Christ, transformed into light to bring His light into every corner of the world. If a black hole is mysterious and strange, infinitely more mysterious and wonderful is the mystery that we celebrate. Christ has risen. He has conquered death once and for all. And He gives us His light and His mission to run with joy to all the world, to announce this news. And like those women running away from the empty tomb, we too meet Jesus in this Eucharist. risen and living and glorious. Thanks be to God for that new life he gives to us. Let us also run to bring this news to all the world.